Hello, everyone, and good morning, and welcome to Wow Wednesday. If it's Wednesday, there's going to be some wow happening 9 a.m. Eastern every single Wednesday, and even when you're on vacation. So I am broadcasting to you today from Cancun, Mexico, and part of my desire and intention is not to have you feel, oh boy, I wish I was in Mexico, or oh boy, I can't believe she has to work on vacation. Like none of that. It's about designing and choosing to create the life you want to live. So that comes with some planning, some focusing forward, and being able to stay in the energy and flow of inspiration no matter what shows up. And if you're with us today, you're an entrepreneur, you know that stuff shows up. So first of all, if you're here with us on Zoom, I would love for you to stay involved in the conversation and the chat. I'm going to make some more magic happen here. If you're with us on social media, on Facebook, go ahead and put your comments into the feed, and we're going to take questions and answers, because here at Women's Prosperity Network, we are committed to bringing everything we've got to support you in creating the life that you want. And today, we're going to focus on what does it really take to achieve your goals. We can talk about SMART goals, and we can talk about planning. We can talk about vision boards and dreaming and all of that. But when it really comes down to it, who is it that we need to be? And then what is it that we need to do to ensure that we're achieving our goals, and not just achieving our goals like with a nose to the grindstone, but achieving our goals in a spirit of fun and enjoyment. And what Wallace Wattles from the book, The Science of Getting Rich refers to, The Science of Getting Rich, what he refers to as being an advancing personality. So think about that for a moment, because being an advancing personality is, you ever go to a party and somebody walks in, and immediately when they enter the room, like you can feel their positive energy, you can feel that they are well liked and well respected, and you notice them move around the room and they're liking and respecting other people. That's about being an advancing personality. And when you have a business, which I presume if you're listening in today or watching, you have a business, the most important factor is who we're being, and being an advancing personality, someone who brings extra value, and people feel advancement for themselves. They feel good being around you. That's one of the most important keys to having success in business, because when we boil down to it, business is about people. And the better people skills you have, the more you value others, the more that they'll value you. So today I want to dive into 3 key aspects for achieving your 2022 goals in that space of energy and celebration as you achieve things. And I've got some special guests that I'm going to be bringing on throughout today's show. One of them is Deborah Morrison, who is the CEO and Chief Navigational Officer at Women Navigating Finances. And the other is Joanna White of U Factor Wellness. And you're going to just love hearing from them as well. Let me do a quick check-in, and I'd love to see in the chat, if you are a business owner, whether it's full-time, part-time, or sometime, give me something in the chat here with me, or if you're on social media, you can put it in the thread on social media. What is your business? So go ahead, introduce yourself. Do me a favor. Don't put links in to, move people away. Just share who you are and what it is that you do and how you serve others. So go ahead and drop that in the chat for me. And I know we've got several people on the phone, so I know you can't be sharing on the phone, but we'll be opening up to hear from you a little bit later. So let me check to see who we've got in the house today. Who's in the chat? Give me some comments. I don't see anybody telling me. And maybe it's not. There we go. Barbara Ellison, about aging gracefully. Keep putting them in the chat as we continue on. So it's September 21st. I was just reminded that today is the first day of autumn. And I'm sure there's a big moon going on around it and there's all those changes happening. But what I find in the years of being a business coach is that over the course of the year, people tend to kind of get away from the initial intentions and goals that they set at the beginning of the year. So what I'd like for you all to do right now is to present yourself to what is it that you would like to achieve this year? What is your goal that you'd like to achieve by the end of December 2022? And start with that, and don't limit yourself to just that, because that's not going to be the end of your business time, right? You're going to have your business continue to keep growing forward and moving forward. And I've got somebody in my hotel room with me who you can see in the mirror there. Bye. That's what being on vacation is all about. So, being real here, my friends. It all works out. So, what is your goal and intention that you want to achieve by December 31st, 2022? Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's having a certain number of clients. Maybe it's a certain revenue goal that you want to achieve. So let's go ahead and get focused on what is it that you'd like to achieve by the end of December 2022. Now, the difference between a wish and a goal is the energy and the planning that you back behind the actual goal that you want to achieve. So I see it's doing well Wednesday being on vacation. For me, it is. So let me go ahead and address that question. So thank you for bringing that up. Is being on vacation and doing well Wednesday really the same thing? Do they go together? Let me answer that for you. And this is what happens for me. I was invited to attend this amazing birthday celebration with some friends in Cancun. And I have a commitment to Wow Wednesday every week. So I could have come home on Tuesday, or I could do Wow Wednesday and then go to the beach and stay here for several more days. So the key for me about designing a life that I love, that's also prosperous and successful, is being able to fold in all the things that I love without having to limit or restrict myself. And I design my life in that way. I design my business in that way. So I'm very fortunate that I get to do that. And not only fortunate, but I've done planning to achieve it. So, which brings me to the first main point I want to share with everybody today. So Rita, I love, thank you for sharing your goal. Rita says her goal by the end of this year, December 31st, 2022, is to support 50 business owners in building the magic funnel that they thought they never could. That's really, really good. And Rita, you've been working with us for a while now. Rita, would you mind coming on screen with me? So give me a yes if that's okay with you, or I could just open up your line. She's like, one moment, I wasn't knowing I was going to be on camera. So I'll go ahead and give you a moment. So what I want to share is today, in achieving that goal, we want to go through a process of what I refer to as backwards planning. And part of what I'm sharing with you today is the process that we continuously support our clients in, that are part of our Momentum coaching program. So every Monday we get together. We only open enrollment once per quarter, and it's open right now because we want to support you in getting into momentum and achieving your goals in this fourth quarter and beyond and through next year. So let's see, Rita is ready to come on camera with me. And so thank you for playing. This is completely impromptu. She's yes ready. Bringing Rita on the screen. Are you there, my friend? Dun, 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 dun. Turn your camera on, and then you will be with us. There she comes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Look, you didn't know you were going to get highlighted today, did you?
Look, I am the funnel godmother.
Oh, I love it. Can't really see. There we go. It's beautiful.
There you go.
Awesome. Rita, thank you so much for coming on for just a few minutes. And your goal was so clear. It was also the first one that was shared into the chat. And what I wanted to do was demonstrate for everyone here this process of backwards planning as it comes to your goals. So would you restate your goal again?
Okay, so my goal is to support, oh, my microphone.
I hear you.
Support 50 business owners by the end of the year to build the magic funnel that they thought they never could.
Okay, perfect. So first of all, I'm sure you want to know from Rita. We'll get her to put her information out there. You can see her contact information on the screen as well, but I'll have her tell when we're done. So 50 business owners, and let's say we've got 3 months left. So that would be how many per month? So 50 divided by 3.
You would think so. And sometimes when you have a goal like that, you need to start out a little bit smaller and then do more in the third month than you do in the first month. But I have some pretty good speed built up, so I should be able to do an even split of 3. And that would be like 18 people.
Okay, so pause for a second. Right, so it's 50 divided by 3. So we want to work backwards from the goal. So if I want 50 by December 31st, that means I take 50 divided by 3, keeping in mind it's possible the last 2 weeks of December might not have as much flow. So maybe you want to plan for 10 in December, 20 in November, and 20 in October.
That is very smart. Yeah.
Right. So just
redo my numbers now.
Yeah. Just and let me say that for everyone out there, don't discount people doing business in the month of December. And I'm going to drop a little nugget here for you. Most businesses like to spend money in December because it helps reduce their tax liability at the end of the year. So like, for example, last December, I had a client call me who was not up for renewal with her coaching with me until sometime in January. And she said, "Hey, Nancy, I just got off the phone with my accountant." And this is the week between Christmas and New Year's, right? "I just got off the phone with my accountant. He told me I need to spend some money. Can I renew my coaching early?" So, yeah. Right? So know that those things will happen when you have the mindset for it. And in terms of planning, maybe you want to take vacation. Maybe you're going to be slowing down a little bit in the month of December. So this has to do with that lifestyle design once again. Yes. So hopefully that was helpful to everyone listening in. Take whatever that goal is, divide it by 3, and then maybe, as you said, Rita, good job, you want to adjust your numbers a little bit depending upon what's happening in your life and what may be happening, around the world and in markets. So we've got 20 for October, 20 for November, and let's say 10 for December. Does that feel good to you?
It does, yes.
Okay. So, and Rita, you've been coaching with us for a while. How long have you been in our Momentum Group coaching program?
I started December 28th of 2020.
December 28th of 2020. That is almost 2 years. And since being with us, what are some of the changes or success results you've experienced?
The biggest one, and it almost brings me to tears, after 12 years of owning a business and having a full-time day job, I was able to quit my day job only 10 months after I joined Momentum. Not even 1 year wiped out the suffering of 12 years.
Wow, that just makes our hearts sing. And not only for the freedom that it gave you and the fulfillment of a dream that you had for 12 years as you were building and doing, kind of being a bit hectic, right? Didn't you just recently get a camper and you travel with your hubby?
No, I do. Yeah.
I know, right? Come on, let's talk about all the benefits. Yeah, you quit your job and now this freedom that you have, right?
And the biggest driver for me, aside from my own fulfillment and freedom, was my mom was ailing and I needed to spend more time with her. And I was really tired of begging for time off and just that whole struggle of being able to be with my mom when she needed me. And so I was able to spend a whole last year and a half with her and just really be by her side. And it was priceless.
Yeah, that's amazing. Really good. Woo! goosebumps happening all over. So first of all, if you are listening in, watching live or replay, I want you to think about, what have you been struggling with? What's been causing you challenges? You're looking to grow your business and change your life. Join us in Momentum. Join us in Momentum. We are here for you. You get support every single Monday to consistently move forward. And it's not just from myself and my sisters, Trish and Susan. This community, like, wowza.
That's what I was going to say, that we just don't support each other like by buying things. We have a giant brain trust, and we all look at things from a different direction, and you will not believe the amount of breakthroughs that happen because
Amazing.
someone else said, well, what about this? And
it's so good. All right, thank you for that. And I believe my sister Susan is with us. And Susan, if you would put the link for Momentum in the chat and on Facebook, I'd greatly appreciate that. So that's another tip. When you're on vacation, make sure you got a backup team. Get a backup team all the time, but especially when you're on vacation. All right, let's get back to backwards planning, because it's the first key to being able to really achieve your goals. So in order for you, and this is one of my favorite formulas that I teach, because it allows you to really plan your day-to-day activities. So Rita, and you're not doing this, but some business owners or some people might be sitting there going, how am I going to get 20 people in October? I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, let me send an email out to my list and tell them to buy my thing and just click on a link.
Yeah,
that ain't going to work. Well, so what do we need to do in order to get people to want to purchase from us? You have some suggestions on that? Since you've been coaching with us for almost 2 years, you got a lot of this down already.
So you want to be engaged with them all the time. And as Sherry Martin, our friend, says, you need to be known before you're needed. So with your email list, you want to be constantly providing value to them. That way, when you want them to act on something, purchase something, participate with you in something, they're already familiar with you. They know, like, trust you.
Yeah.
And something that the people I want to serve, the 50 people, that's a high ticket item. And so it's going to require phone calls. It's going to require one-to-one, at least on Zoom, discussions. And people, when they're going to spend that much money, they really will do better if they've spent a little bit and then a little bit more, and then they're ready to spend the higher ticket item. So
very good.
And contact with them all the time.
Keep in contact with them all the time, have different levels available for them to purchase from you. And that's something that we go over in Momentum in depth. I call it funnelology. And then Rita can help you actually build the processes and the automation so it's easy for you to do this. The key that you said here was engaging with them, speaking with them, sales calls, which I know I don't like making sales calls. You don't have to make sales calls, make connection calls, right? Really care about people, be clear on what it is that you bring to the table to be that advancing personality, to provide value to them. When you know what you can bring and how you can provide it to others, you have a conversation, and if there's a need, there'll be a match.
And I'll tell you one more thing. When you're in Momentum, you get the script, exactly what to say and how to say it when. So you don't stress over these calls. And I like to call them care calls.
Yeah, I like that.
Or connection calls. It's way better than calling them sales calls.
Yeah, much, much better. I love it. All right, so let me give everybody this formula. So in order to, and I'm going to use the word sell. I know it's got 4 letters in it, but it's not a 4-letter word, okay? So in order to sell 20 people, how many people do you need to have conversations with and or do a live presentation such as a masterclass, webinar, some type of way to bring a group of people together to get 20 clients, assuming you have a closing ratio of 20%, which means out of every 10 people, 2 will enroll with you. And that's a good average to work with, right? So 20 clients at a 20% closing ratio means 100 sales conversations.
Okay. Yeah.
So if in the month of October, Rita, to do her planning, working backwards, in the month of October, she needs to have 100 sales conversations. Maybe 50 of those are going to get on a webinar that she's going to hold. She'll have 25 on the first webinar, 25 on the second webinar that she does in October. So that leaves 50 people for her to talk to or have Zoom conversations with. And you might go, oh my gosh, I have to talk to 50 people. Where am I going to find the 50 people? Let me tell you, they're in your phone already. They're your friends on Facebook. They're connected with you on LinkedIn. The people are there. Yeah. Right? We can guide you in making sure you find those people. So 50 people over 4 weeks is 12.5. Did I guess that right? So now we're breaking it down to the simple. 50 people in a month divided by 4 is 12.5 people per week. Let's say you only wanted to make calls 3 days a week, right? So that's 4 people on those 3 days. Can you do that? Like, let's break this down to the ridiculous. It's all possible when you work from this place of backwards planning. Awesome. Rita, do me a favor, put your contact information in the chat when I take you off screen. And for everyone who's here on the phone, they heard you'll build their funnels, you get their automations done. How do they get in touch with you?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How do you tell everybody?
Oh, sorry. All right. Yes.
That's okay. Good.
My website is ritathomasenterprises.com. So that's multiple enterprises, ritathomasenterprises.com.
Beautiful, beautiful. Rita, thank you for coming on the screen, being yes, ready. Bam, she is here. and again, if you're listening in and you're like, number one, be amazed that she said yes instead of, oh no, I can't come on the screen. She was ready. She made it happen. Give me a minute. That's part of how you seize opportunities when they happen. So Rita's doing that. How many of you want to have, take your business full time if it's been part-time or a hobby? We've got the systems to show you how to do it. Get into momentum with us. The magic happens in momentum, right? Beautiful. All right, Rita, I'm going to send you back into the group, and I'm going to bring on another of my friends. Let's see how I do this. No, I have to do this over here. Where is Rita? Dun, dun, dun. I'm making the magic happen. All right, let's bring you back here. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to continue in this conversation of backwards planning. And if you have a question or you'd like to get some feedback and input on how to achieve your goal, just put it in the chat. I'm going to be opening up in a few minutes for you. I want to bring on another of our members in our community, a woman who's been a client with me for really, oh my goodness, I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm pretty certain that we've been working together for a whole lot of years. And I'm looking for you, Deborah Morrison. Where's Deborah Morrison? Hold on a second. Deborah, where'd you go? I don't see her here anymore. How can that be? Oh, there we go. Let me promote you to panelist and bring you on screen. Deborah Morrison is a 44-year plus financial industry expert. And she worked with high net worth clients to ensure that they were living their dream life, traveling, giving to charities, taking care of themselves and their families, and having plenty of money to do it. And she has since retired from working with clients and managing their assets. And she's on a mission to ensure that we as women have all of those same tools that are available to the ultra wealthy, and unfortunately, mostly men on Wall Street that keep these secrets inside. She's on a mission to ensure we have it. We can do it, women, and we can do it. And Deborah Morrison, thank you for being with us and taking some time to share this morning. Oops, I can't hear you. Oh, there we go.
Thanks, Nancy. It's great to be here and share any nuggets of wisdom to our great community. It is completely filled, as we talked with so many valuable insights. And your coaching at the helm of WPN is just it just leads us into profitability sooner.
Yeah, which we can have, and we just got to focus a little bit. So I wanted you to come on today to talk about this segment about backwards planning. And I just gave everyone a small demonstration of how you take that goal and work backwards to chunk it down to the ridiculous. Because you might, if you're just wishing, oh, I wish I had 50 clients, and intention and thought and belief is absolutely part of the process. Mm-hmm. But as John Assaraf once said, the law of attraction, the law of attraction works. Yeah. And the reason so many people have doubted it is they forget that the law of attraction works in unison with the law of Goya, Goya. Get off your, I'll let you fill in the blank. So we can wish for things, and we must wish and set our intentions and visualize and dream. We also need to then take what I like to refer to as inspired action. You get that idea, you get up, you put that post on social media, you schedule the class, you pick up the phone and call that person that just pops into your mind. All of those are ways to move towards it, but you can't just, sit and wait for it to happen. And Deborah, I wanted you to come on because you've seen far too many women feel frustrated about, oh, I want to be able to retire one day, but I don't know if I ever will, right? And you take people through a process of backwards planning or reverse engineering as it pertains to their goals. Can you give us some nuggets around that?
I sure can. And thanks, Nancy. This is so apropos. I mean, marketing, which WPN and you and Trish and Susan so champion for all of us, is so critical. It's a microcosm, if you will, of our business, right? And planning is really essential for our lives, right? So you're on vacation, mm-hmm. and then you're, doing some business for 2 hours, and then you're back on vacation. So mm-hmm. the essence of planning, buying us, gifting us on a platter, if you will, time, which is one of our two most valuable assets in my humble time and health, right? So I hear so many people say, I don't have time to plan, I don't have time to look at investments. Well, Goya, right? So get moving, take some action. Mm-hmm. And here's the deal. If you don't know on your own pulses what marketing action to take to get to those goals, and I loved how you chunked it down and reverse engineered it, then hire a coach, because the time you save and the missteps that you save at your coach's elbow is going to be worth far more, a multiple of what you pay for any coach. And I've paid some pretty high coaches over my career, mm-hmm. groups of zeros, as most of us have. So marketing really is a microcosm, I think, of life. It's integral to our businesses, and ultimately our businesses are the representation of our mission, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was good. Our businesses are the representation of our mission. Love that.
So we got to get it out there.
Yeah. So in this process of reverse engineering, backwards planning, one of the things that I love that made a huge difference for me was looking at my dreams, like what are all those things I want to achieve over my life? And this is where I'm transitioning the two pieces of backwards planning into focusing forward. So I want you to take your goal for 2022, but let's focus forward. What else do you want in your life? And I am your client as well. I'm a member of Women Navigating Finances. Deborah has a conference coming up this Saturday. And we'll put the link in the chat, Deborah, if you'll put it in the chat when I take you off screen. But one of the things that made a huge difference for me was your goals life timeline process. So can you give a brief description of it? Are we going to do that again at the conference?
Yes, we are.
Because I was crossing my fingers.
Well, I love it. I created it in out of my experience, and that's how most of us, come on to new
Mhm.
revelations, if you will, and teaching tools, right, and coaching tools, because things work. And so when something lands with our audience, we want to take note. Hey, oh, that was a good response, right? And so, in as much as Rita and the other folks here in WPN leadership has the marketing chops, they can tell you, hey, put your ad on Facebook, or forget an ad, put your post on Facebook, right? I can tell you, hey, put your retirement savings or the bulk of them in these kinds of stocks, right? Because most of us, having no training in marketing or finances, won't know exactly what next step to take. And so what
Mhm.
I've done is devised a time goal timeline, and the top of the horizontal line is you writing down all of your goals and then giving them timelines and
Right,
prices.
like it, yeah. So if you've got and you span it from where you are now to where you want to be for the rest of your life, what are some goals that you want to achieve in the next 2 years? Okay, how much money is it going to take to do that? Then she lets you know what type of investment vehicle is most likely to get that. Then 2 to 5 years, 5 to 7 years, 7 to 10. So you got kids going to college. One of your kids you're going to have to pay for a wedding. Do you want to take a family cruise around the world? Like, what are the things that you want? And then Deborah shows you how to chunk it down and work backwards. So I so honor and appreciate you, my friends. I love being part of your community of women navigating finances.
Thank you.
And I also love, like, I got to tell you also, so somebody on Facebook mentioned earlier, doing Well Wednesday while you're on vacation. Like, I want you all to look how lucky I am. Look how lucky we are here at Women's Prosperity Network that we get to be a part of all of this positive change that's being brought to our world, to the people of our world, to make it a better place. So it's a privilege to be of service to you, my friend Deborah, and support your mission to get out there and make the difference. So thank you for all you do, for being a part of our community. Grateful to have you.
And thank you. And it can't be understated that many of us are experts. I'm one of them. And yet expert does not mean successful business person. And I would not be 1/10 of where I am today from a marketing standpoint without the WPN leadership. It's completely solid. It's regimented to the extent that these processes deliver. And I'm all about ROI, return on investment.
Yes, you are.
So I've hired a lot of coaches in my life, and a lot of them were white men that mansplained a lot. And these are women that get in the trenches with us. And I cannot tell you that any other coaching relationship, this big statement, I hadn't thought of this. I'm 66 years old. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life, with the exception of one day. There has not been another coaching relationship that comes close to the wisdom and the nuggets and the camaraderie and support when the unexpected happens, either in our life or our business. And that's important, to have people who have your back. And WPN leadership, Nancy, Trish, and Susan have our backs. I wouldn't be where I am without them. No bars hold, no questions asked.
Thank you for that. It's our privilege and our purpose to be of service in this way. So thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
So good. All right, Deborah, you're going to put your information in the chat. Before I take you off screen, please let all of our call-in listeners know. Go ahead and say the link.
Oh, sure.
Unless you want me to, you got it? Okay.
No, it's
because I got your back. I would say it.
I know. And thank you. And you're coming. Women navigating finances with an S, finances.com/IWW for intentionally wealthy women. And we are going to be about intentional wealth.
Awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. Glad that you were with us today. And let me go ahead and make this change happen. So I don't know why I'm not finding you on my little screen. Can you say something? Deborah, say something.
I'm saying something.
I know. I know.
I know
why. You are an intentional wealthy woman. All right. So go to womennavigatingfinances.com/IWW and join us this Saturday for the conference. Thank you. Love you, my friend.
Back at you.
All right. Okay. So what does it really take to achieve those 2022 goals? It takes setting an intention. It takes focusing on what is it that I want. It takes working backwards from that goal and chunking it down bit by bit to know what are you going to do every day? What are you going to do every week? What are some of the ways that you're going to reach the people who you want to be of service to? And let's keep that in mind. So when I talk about selling, it's really about serving. Then focusing forward. And I love that Deborah shared, what do you want for your life? And she's got this whole process that she's going to give us on Saturday at the conference to know, how do I achieve those goals? What types of investments am I going to make to ensure that I've got that longevity in the finances happening? And there's so many nuggets. So do join us at the conference. Now, I suspect even hearing some of these details today, as you're listening in, you may be thinking, oh my God, that's a lot. Or, oh yeah, that's really great. Or I don't even know where to start. The key for all of that, no matter what you're feeling right now, is being skilled at being able to stay in the energy and flow of inspiration, no matter what shows up, because stuff's going to show up. Stuff is absolutely going to show up. And the question becomes, are you going to let it take you out of the game, or are you going to readjust how you're playing on the field? And I want to bring on another of our members and amazing women to share about how do you stay in the flow of energy and inspiration at all times, even when stuff comes up or that stuff hits the fan. You all know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to say it. But when that happens, what can we do about it? How do we keep ourselves in that flow? So good morning, my friend, Joanna White. And come off mute, my friend.
Great morning. How is everyone? Great to be here.
Great morning. Thank you so much for finding the space to join us this morning. And again, she's yes ready. When did I ask you to show up today?
Yesterday.
And
I'm grateful.
Oh, I am so grateful that this worked out. So let me pull the curtain back. So yeah, I'm on vacation. I knew I had this show to do this morning, and I wanted to bring extra value to everybody that's here joining us live or listening to the replay. And I was thinking to myself, who could I bring on so that it's just not my voice echoing the systems and the formulas and everything that works? Who could I bring on from our community that would add value, who's been successful with what we teach? And then Joanna popped into my head. This was during the only 90 minutes I worked yesterday, right? And I sent her a message on Facebook. I sent her a text message, and you happened to be online at that moment. Come on, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I want to say is, it's all the support that the universe knows you need when you need it. So I am so grateful for Women's Prosperity Network, for Nancy, for Trish, for Sue, for all of them, and Momentum. Yeah, I'm grateful for the support that comes through and shines through these leaders. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so thank you for that. And you have, your business is You Factor Wellness, which is why I thought about bringing you on for this piece about staying in the energy and flow of inspiration, because it's not always easy. So you were working full time, but you're not now, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you're going to school, getting your degrees, running a business, doing rebranding, doing marketing.
Exactly.
All right, we need some tips from you, my friend. What are some suggestions?
The suggestion is life happens. I call them life challenges. And call it jabs, a few jabs that we take in life. And if anybody's ever had a jab, it's like a blow to the stomach. And sometimes you feel like you can't get up. So when you experience those jabs, you need energy, you need strength, you need to still get up and go. And me joining Women's Prosperity Network, Yes Ready, Momentum, keeps my frequency, my energy at a level to keep going. So when those jabs come and knock me down sometimes, which is fear, which is judgment, which is blame, these things, these beliefs that hit my mind that'll say, you can't do this today. I get to tap into a community of not only great leaders, but just great entrepreneurs that are striving for better, to be better, to do better. And when I tap into that frequency, it makes me better. So it's like a continuous charge.
Beautiful.
Which is the best investment anyone could make in themselves, is raising their frequency. And that's what momentum, it keeps the momentum going. And it's just the frequency of Women's Prosperity Network is bar none, bar none. Deborah said it. I've been through many coaching, but the energy that comes from this group, from the leaders, she's on vacation and holding a space for us. I strive to be that great. And I'm just grateful for the frequency that they operate on.
Wow. No one's ever said it like that before. And it's resonating. And this goes to staying in that energy and flow of inspiration. If you want creative ideas, if you want new marketing copy, if you want opportunities to come your way, if you're a ho-hum, blah, 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 you're not going to get any of that stuff. Let's just face it. Who wants to be around, blah, blah, blah. And that said, there is never an expectation that you won't feel that way at times, because to deny that part of yourself is to stuff it, and we know that that can create big issues.
Right.
So having ways to express it, to get it out of your system in a way that is healthy, instead of, maybe there are some people around you when you start complaining a little bit, because we all can do that.
Venting, I call
venting, thank you. Much better choice of word. I appreciate that. Maybe there's people in your life that when you vent to them, they get on the crab train with you. Not usually helpful, right?
Not at all. It's all about maintaining that frequency, and that will keep you at that low vibration. That venting.
and sometimes when the waves try to knock you down, or maybe they do knock you down, you need a little bit of CPR.
Ah, yes. And CPR.
Go ahead.
I guide people through, and the C stands for connecting, and that's what WPN Momentum does for me. You have to have ways to connect, to keep your frequency at a high level, and connecting to the coaches, connecting to the community. By connecting to the women in WPN, I have started not one, but going on my second YouTube channel. We have collaborated, collaborations where I may have just still been sitting with people that didn't want to, but talk about it. So now it puts you in a position of action. It puts you with women that are not there to criticize, but to make you better. It just connect to that frequency, connecting. And then you got to process what you're going through and release the old part of you. That's what CPR does. That's what that's the guide to CPR, but the biggest part is connecting. And this is how I connect.
And we're grateful that you connect with us, because you bring, get it. You're watching, you're listening in. Joanna shows up and she gives. And the same essence and spirit that you heard from Joanna, from Deborah, from Rita, they give. And guess what happens when you give? you receive.
Eve.
Right? The energy of giving and receiving and flow. And that's part of how to stay successful in business, is not to be just take, but to trust in the process that when we give, we also receive. And that feels so good, doesn't it?
Yes, that energy.
That energy. It's all about the energy again. So would you do me a favor? And I know that you have this new YouTube channel. I know about Mystic Mavens. That's the first one. Right.
Yes.
So everybody go to YouTube and check out Mystic Mavens, because that's 4 WPN sisters that got together, right?
Me, Carol, Kathy, and Claudia, who started the Mystic Mavens, 4 wonderful women that have been on this journey. And we just having a conversation, as Trish would say, about the mysticism and bringing it to the practical, to the world.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I want to share that in addition to the coaching that you get with us every single Monday in our Momentum program, we also do something special on Friday mornings for 90 minutes where we come together, and we call it Get Her Done time. So you kind of bookend your week. Here's my intentions for the week. Friday, I want to get her done so I can enjoy my weekend. And you just get together in quiet, and then I set up a couple of brainstorm rooms. And I believe Mystic Mavens was created on a Get Her Done Friday, wasn't it?
It sure was. In the chat. How about that?
Making up magic.
Just
awesome.
Divine connections is what I call it. Divine
Beautiful.
Connections.
Beautiful. All right. So tell us about the new show.
So the new show is Awaken Your Soul, and it's a conscious clinic, and it's every first and third Wednesday at 6 p.m. And on the third Wednesday, my co-host is Dr. Tiana, who I have met in WPN.
That's
and
awesome.
We will be collaborating on awakening, of course, your soul, but the conscious thought of the body-mind connection. And she is definitely another one I aspire to.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And to be able to have her as my co-host, I don't know what God is doing, but I'm grateful. And we'll be together just awakening the mind to now align. Yes.
Beautiful.
So that'll be this Wednesday.
Okay, so this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, and everybody go check out both Mystic Mavens and this new show,
Awaken Your Soul.
Awaken Your Soul. So I go to YouTube, and then I put in the search bar Awaken Your Soul, and it'll come up.
Yes, and I'm going to put the link in the chat.
Perfect.
That way they will have both.
Beautiful.
And my first 100 subscribers, because you get something for having 100 subscribers. I'm learning YouTube. This is so
fun. It's very fun.
I just finished my first ebook that I'll be selling, but it'll be free for my first 100 subscribers.
Most excellent. Excellent. Thank you for that gift. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So go to YouTube and then look for Awakening Your Soul. That's the name of it, right?
Yes.
And I mentioned that because we've got so many people that are with us today on the telephone. So I want to ensure that everybody is able to find both of your channels, Mystic Mavens, as well as Awaken Your Soul. All right, Joanna, thank you for being with us. Thank you for bringing your energy and high vibes to our community and to the entire world. I love what you're doing and the difference you're making.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much and the community that you have created. Thank you.
It's pretty freaking awesome.
It sure is.
I said, pinch me. Really? This is my job? Come on. Why wouldn't I want to work even just for a little bit? It's okay.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
All right. Thank you, my dear. Mwah. Lots of kisses. All right. We're going to go ahead. I am going to open up for questions, callers. Let me find. Oh, shit. There she goes. All right. If you have a question, setting an intention, something you'd like to achieve, that was perfect. Yep. something, whatever we've talked about today, I'd love to hear from you. If you want to get some coaching, we've got about a little less than 10 minutes left. I'm happy to support you. You can raise your hand or unmute yourself. And I see the first caller, 720-217. Good morning. Your line is open.
Thank you.
Hi, who's
Kathy,
this?
It's Kathy.
Kathy
Can you hear me
Basil.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Beautiful morning. Yeah, I look forward to Wow Wednesdays every Wednesday. And I just wanted to say you're actually modeling the way I want to do my business, because the heartfelt community you've created, the impact you make, it's going to make me cry. It's heart-based, and the community that you've created here is so supportive. This is what I'm here to create for my people. But I wanted to talk about the importance of a community from a different aspect, and that's, you mentioned at the beginning Wallace models, and I love that everything that you teach is grounded in universal principles and
That's right.
the one philosophy.
Yeah.
But the advancing personality and the importance of the community. So it's just been such a contribution. I would also rave about you guys are just like the brightest laser coaching, loving, supportive group I've ever coached with. And I wish I'd found you like 7 years earlier. But,
I know. We could have saved so
divine
much.
timing with all that.
Right. We need to trust that. And, so
Yeah.
One of the things that breaks my heart, and then I have to go to trust and faith, is when I hear people say, I've spent so much money. Why didn't I find you sooner? Yeah. So if you're listening in and you're not part of our community as a member, and Momentum, like the level of support, we priced it's only $199 a month, and you get coaching every single Monday from myself and Trish and Susan. Like for $200 a month, how do you come on? I know you're all paying a lot more for some coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nancy, to me, that part of the value too of the dynamic of the community is it's kind of like geese flying in formation of like, there's people who were part of this just ahead of me. So like Rita or Laura Barker, and I can see them advancing and showing up, and they're doing the thing. And, we can come in and just fall in line behind them. And it's that belief factor that keeps us from stepping into that next level we're being called to. So it's the, overcoming the fear and doubt, because you see that they're doing it. They're just do the thing, and you have success because you've given us the roadmap.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I am so happy for you, Kathy, and grateful you're part of our community. And you bring, like Joanna was talking about, energy and the frequency. What you bring is, you have this interesting capacity. I don't know if anybody's ever said this to you before. You bring a sense of grounding as well as elevation. Like you do you know you do that?
I do.
I was just like in the experience of you. I'm like, she's so grounding yet so light at the same. You're like, I mean, you're amazing.
As you. So thank you. Thank you.
You are welcome. Yeah, thank you for joining us and for popping on today. I appreciate you, my friend. And enjoy the rest of your walk. That's creating that lifestyle that we want, right? Yeah. All right. Exactly. Let's go ahead. And Susan, if you would, go ahead and put the link for Momentum in the chat one more time. And for those that are with us on the phone, simply go to womensprosperinetwork.com/get-momentum. Get momentum. Join us. You can be with us as soon as this coming Monday. Right, we're going to start working on you, your plan, your desires, what it is that you want. And we only have the window open for about 10 days. And then we don't let anybody else new in, and then we get to work. So join us in Momentum. Let's see here. I got lots of people online who want to share and comment. Let me go to Kara. Your line is open. Kara N. Is that Kara Nusinoff? Maybe. Maybe not. Let me go to Freedom. Who's Freedom?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, hi. Good morning.
Hi.
Did you have a question or a comment this morning?
Yes, I wanted to thank you for the level of vibration that you bring to this platform. I want to become more part of what you're doing. I'm new, and I've gotten texts on my phone, and I'm like, this is my first time coming on Zoom. I just want to say it's a totally different experience being on Zoom to being on the call and just listening. And it has changed something in me. And so I want to be able to join your platform and be more a part of it every month.
Beautiful.
And
We would love
I have a
that.
lot. I have a lot that I'm trying to birth, and I'm going to need the support.
So,
I'm not
so
always
Freedom,
sure if yeah.
yeah. Do you mind if would you like some support right now in this moment?
No, I would like to I would like to join your 199 what you just said a month.
The momentum.
And
yeah.
Yes, because I'm going to be going through this for quite a while and birthing, a whole new project.
It sounds like you're having twins or triplets in this birth process.
I do actually. I'm on a mission to help as many people as I can, and I'm one person, and the only way I can do it is by community.
That's right.
Not to tax the community, but to build and grow with the community.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So Jennifer, did you get the information on the link for joining the momentum?
I did.
Okay, good. And I look forward to having you part of the community. Your name, Freedom, like, I don't know yet why you picked that. But what I'm feeling from you is, in this state of expectancy that you're in, continue to surround yourself with people who believe in you, and not just believe in you, will, build you up and bolster, create relationships and connections so you can serve the people you're here to serve in a grander way. Like, you have a beautiful destiny. I can't wait to learn more about you and what you do.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. I received that. and that's right. I give it and receiving. And we are all blessed to be able to be together in this way. So thank you, Jennifer, for joining us. I see we're coming up at the top of the hour. Boy, time sure flies by. Let me bring on one more person. And again, let me tell you, join us. Go to womensprosperityNetwork.com/get-momentum. It's $199 a month, no contract, no commitment. And when you're experiencing the kind of results that Joanna and Rita and Deborah are experiencing, you'll stay. Like, why would you leave? It works, right? So you can try it for a month, see how it goes. But again, and give yourself the opportunity to have 2022, no matter what's happened these first 9 months, have 2022 be the year that has you feeling, saying, and experiencing, did it. Like, look at all that stuff that happened and I did it. Or I set this goal and I far exceeded it. Like, that's really fun too. Like, wherever you're at, let's pull off the limits and take you to that next level. Let me take one more minute of your time. Area code 347922. Who's in the house? Your line is open.
Hi, this is Andrea Hay.
Hi, good morning.
To be on this call with everyone this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Did you have a question or a comment?
Well, I've been inspired by listening to you and all the women on your team and within the membership. This is my second time speaking.
Awesome. Well, good for you for speaking up. I love it.
Thank you. My question is, I'm an entrepreneur, kind of like a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah. I resemble that remark.
And at this point, I've decided to be the president of the Mount Vernon Downtown Merchants Association.
Okay,
And
that's
we're in the
awesome.
process of revitalizing our community.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm ready to go, but at the same time, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah. So is that taking on being the president of the Merchants Association, is that your full-time gig right now?
No, it's not my full-time gig. I gave up my nursing career
Okay.
in October after 35 years.
Wow.
And
Thank
I
you for
feel
all
that I
of
can
your
do
service.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
So
feel I can do more for the community now
that's
because
beautiful.
I have more free time. But at the
Um,
same time, I'm also a realtor and a property manager.
Lots of things. So one of the most important things for you is not only about time management, but about leadership and enrolling people to be a part of your team, even though you're the president. So what is the vision? I'm sure is there a vice president, treasurer, committee boards? Like, are you setting up all of those things?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that process, being able to trust and rely upon the other team members to fulfill, so you're not carrying the full burden. So you might want to anchor back to some of your experiencing in nursing, because I'm sure you had people that you were accountable to for both ways, right?
Correct.
So think about the people on your team and give them the opportunity to step up even more. And keep them enrolled in the mission and vision of what this Merchants Association is all about and how it will support them and their businesses as they support the community. So I don't know if you had already considered that, but that's going to help ease your burden is when you have a good team with you. Okay.
Okay.
The second thing is to, I'm just going to say this because this is what's coming up. I'm assuming, I don't know if it's true, that you're a woman of faith. Would that be okay? I have a feeling.
Yes.
So I would bolster your morning daily practice with gratitude and thanks for being supplied with everything you need to operate on a day-to-day basis with grace and ease. And trusts that what you need will be provided for so that you can get what you're meant to get done with grace and ease, and instead of everything I have to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. That's a good start.
That's a great start. And take a look at the momentum, or if you're not a member yet, a gold member or one of those things, take a look at one of those things, because as a few of the women shared, it's about who we're being and what is that energy and essence that we bring to our businesses and to the projects that we're working on that allows us to move forward. And you'll get that support in this community in a beautiful way.
Yes, I'm a gold member.
Oh, good.
I've been for a while.
Yeah. Well, check and see if momentum might feel like a good fit for you. And if not, that's fine. Gold gives you lots and lots of benefits.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
Glad you
much.
were with us today. All right, everyone. I know that we went over by just a little bit. So thank you for staying with us for those extra few minutes. I trust you found value in it. And be sure to join us in Momentum. It'll only be open for 10 more days, and you'll get that support and guidance and community to keep your vibration high so that you can and will achieve all that you want in 2022 and beyond. Thank you to my guests who showed up and joined me today. Rita Thomas, surprise, thank you for being Yes Ready. Deborah Morrison and Joanna White, they shared how you can get in touch with them. Please do so, because this community is filled with experts who care about you and cheer on your success as much as their own. And with that, Nancy's out. I'm going to go down to the beach or to the pool. I don't know yet. We'll be back next week with another Wow Wednesday. See you all later. Bye.